Have you ever questioned the roots of the ideas that shape your life? You may have been taught that truth is universal, that right and wrong are black and white. But what if I told you that much of what we call truth was built not on certainty, but on centuries of doubt, debate, and contradiction? This isn't just a story about philosophy. This is a story about how the very way we think was engineered, by minds long gone, in worlds very different from ours. And once you hear this, you might never see reality the same way again. We live in a time that celebrates facts, clarity, and answers. But philosophy, real philosophy, doesn't begin with answers. It begins with questions. What is the good life? What is justice? What is real? These questions were not just academic exercises for ancient thinkers. They were survival tools. In a world full of gods, tyrants, and chaos, these questions were attempts to build meaning from the void. Now think about that. Would you still pursue the truth if it meant realizing everything you believed might be wrong? Because that's exactly what the first philosophers did. Socrates never wrote a word. No books, no essays, no manifestos, and yet he changed the world. How? By asking uncomfortable questions. He walked the streets of Athens and dismantled the confidence of politicians, poets, and priests. Not with anger, but with logic. He didn't tell people what to believe. He made them confront what they thought they believed. But that came at a price. Socrates was put on trial, accused of corrupting the youth and disrespecting the gods. And when he was sentenced to death, he didn't run. He drank the poison himself, choosing death over abandoning the search for truth. This man died not for truth, but in the pursuit of it. Now picture this. His student Plato, sitting in the shadow of that death, determined to preserve the mission. Plato created something radical: the Academy, the first institution dedicated to thought. But here's the twist. Plato didn't just record Socrates' words. He transformed them. He added myth, structure, and systems. He imagined a world of pure forms, eternal truths, perfect justice. A world beyond this one. It was beautiful and dangerous. Because when you claim there's a perfect reality, you open the door to rulers who believe they alone can access it. That's how philosophy became power. Centuries later, Plato's ideas would echo in the corridors of empires and churches. Augustine would mix Plato with Christian theology. Machiavelli would twist morality into strategy. Descartes would try to rebuild truth from a single phrase: I think, therefore I am. And yet, each time these ideas were shaped by their time, their context, their politics. The philosophies you may have heard as timeless truths, they were often responses to crisis, to war, to empire, to doubt. Which brings up a challenging question. Are we following reason? Or just the ghosts of those who wrote reason into history? Think of the big questions you've asked yourself. What's my purpose? Is there free will? What does it mean to live authentically? Chances are the frameworks you use to answer those questions were handed down to you by a system you didn't choose, shaped by thinkers you never read, born in cultures you've never experienced. Does that mean your beliefs aren't real? Not at all. But it does mean this. If you want to truly own your mind, you have to challenge it. Because philosophy is not a body of knowledge. It's a practice of awakening. And awakening isn't comfortable. The story of philosophy isn't about dead men in togas or dusty libraries. It's about the war between comfort and curiosity. Do you want answers that help you sleep at night? Or questions that might keep you up but make you free? That's the path Socrates walked. That's the path every great philosopher walked. And now it's yours to consider. So the next time someone says, "That's just how it is," ask yourself, who decided that? And more importantly, do you agree?